envelopes your consciousness, and you get in touch with the wonders of life around you.
Yes, could hear. Okay, wonderful. So if you were able to hear, or you came on any moments before, what you were actually able to hear was Thai, a very profound, long-time meditation teacher, mindfulness teacher, who we have had the very good fortune of being able to see several times here at Deer Park. What you were able, if you were able to catch any of it, what he was really saying is something actually that I think is quite simple and continues to amaze me after a lot of years of practicing mindfulness, which is that it is really from mindfulness itself that we can love. And, you know, that's a radical statement. Really, it's radical. And it's radical because we frequently don't connect the heart and mind ourselves. We see them in some way as separate or different functions, or even if we've been able to figure out that everything in this body is in some way interconnected, we continue in our practice and in our lives often to talk about these differences and distinguish them. And one of the things I think Thai lived better, really, than anyone is the union of that heart-mind and the inseparability of that heart-mind, the yoking of that heart-mind. And so I hope you got a few moments with him. He just celebrated his 94th birthday. It's very we're very confused once again, about how he's doing. And, you know, what we know is that he is here today because that's all we know for any of us, is that we're here now. And so with that, I can't think of a better thing to do on a Monday night than practice love and mindfulness with you. So thank you so much for being here and joining me. I'm going to see if I can't put this on a little, so I at least know how many people are here. Good to see you all. And so find a posture that invokes an active heart and mind. If we're going to follow the instructions, the instruction offered us the reality that they are not separate, and that we need them both to offer love. So in whatever way can be a supportive posture from you, take that one. We're going to be doing a loving kindness practice. And I'm going to work with more Theravadan tradition this evening. And in the Theravadan tradition, which is of course the tradition that is understood to be most in alignment or closest to the original words of the Buddha, written often in Pali. One of the things that loving kindness is in that tradition is a set of repetitive phrases. And so that's one method that we'll be investigating this evening. Repetitive phrases. And of course, there is no one phrase. There is a lot of beautiful spaciousness for the phrases. Please don't feel forced or stuck with a particular phrase. It's really not the point at all. But see what language or words come to mind for you in that practice. And we'll offer some very simple traditional phrases and see you can get a felt sense. And that's the second level of loving kindness, beyond the phrases themselves, which is offered as a beautiful object of concentration, just repeating the phrases and repeating the phrases. the feeling not being very important, not looking for a particular feeling at all. And in fact, I think it's one of the failures of early teachings of loving kindness practice or metta practice was this feeling that there should be a feeling out of it. And more importantly, than a particular feeling, can we cultivate qualities of goodwill, or then qualities of friendship, essential friendliness, rather than a certain kind of saccharine idea of nicety or good even, and really drop in. We're going to then spend a little time looking for the felt sense of goodwill from those phrases and see what that might mean for you. And then there's other methods. I'll see where we are with those two, but then there's other ways of dropping into that quality rather than talk about it. I think let's start there and then see where it takes us, which is part of the beauty of the practice. So sitting or lying, as comfortable as you can be and still be supported. I am recording, so I'm congratulating all of us there. So establishing ourselves, feeling this sense of aliveness in the body. Feeling the warmth or coolness, hardness or softness in contact with a chair, a cushion, a bed. Really, for just a few breaths, holding the whole body in a kind attention as best you can. Establishing the external physical body. And then if your eyes lower or close or don't, it's all fine. And then I'd like you, after setting the physical body, the external, seeing if we can't now set the directional for the heart mind by calling to mind our genuine wish for this practice. Maybe a wish for relief, a wish to be calm, a wish for a moment of ease, a felt sense of wholeness, connectedness. What brought you to this practice this evening? And let that be the aspiration, not only for yourself, but others. If you're wishing for calm for yourself, let's wish it for all beings. And maybe your loved ones, your acquaintances. A good place to begin. And see if we can then invite the breath really in the area of the heart space. This is another support for our attention. is that we actually direct the breath and one's attention right into the area of the heart space, wherever that feels most real, most available, most alive for you. And Ezra Beta, several other teachers call that the heart breath. Breathing into the heart, finding that portal in which we can begin to offer these wishes. And may this practice be a benefit to all beings, everywhere, without exception, omitting none, awakening us all. And continuing for a few moments just to breathe into that heart space, resting the breath and the attention there. See if you can release the whole body on the out breath. Softening the body, creating more space and room for the heart. And as you breathe in, breathing in directly into the heart space. Touching in and making contact. Seeing how things are right there. Just being watchful of any habit to try to construct some felt sense. We're not actually trying to create anything. In fact, this practice really, honestly, is about making real contact with what already is here. The genuine wish that is here. The wish for well-being that is here, already here. And we then work with that. You don't really have to be some other way at all. See if you can stay engaged in the felt sense in this heart space, in this body. Letting it help inform you of how things are. Can you feel the breath as it moves in and out of the body in this area, in this heart space? Are you able to hold a picture or an image? All of these are seen as completely appropriate supports. To the extent that you can, see if you can't drop in first on the bodily sensation right here in the heart space. Knowing this heart space as the heart space. And just in these few moments already, I have picked up some significant and discernible sensations, a little bit of flyness, which I'm a little surprised by, a little achiness or tender right straight in the middle. And maybe you notice other sensations like tingling, the tightness, the tenderness, vibration. Maybe a jangle. Some kind of, some oftentimes when we first make contact in the heart, people can feel things like a block, a sense of hardness, a sense of armoring, heaviness, maybe even temperature. See what you notice. And no matter what is arising, whatever sensations are appearing or not appearing, let's see if we can invite that wish for well-being. Right there. Can you feel that sense of goodwill, of friendliness, a relationship, of friendship with whatever is arising here? Beautiful at the beginning. And so then beyond a quality or an attitude of friendliness being offered right here to our own sensations, our own breath in the air of the heart space. Cultivating those qualities of goodwill, friendship, friendliness. We can invite and support that quality with phrases. And so as you breathe in, you might offer some very simple phrases as may I be well. May I be happy or healthy, safe, free from harm or illness. You may consider, may I be free from suffering, from aggression, from enmity or ill will, free from cruelty, from attachment or aversion, free from this human affliction. See what comes. And then offer this genuine wish to yourself with the in-breath, breathing it right into the heart space. And just for right now, rather than coming up with a slew of phrases, let's just focus on one or two that seem particularly right, relevant, skillful, or wise this evening. We invite it into the heart space on the in-breath, breathing it in, and using whatever breath feels most appropriate. If that's a longer breath, a deeper breath, feel free to invite that. May I have ease. May I be well. Offering that simple phrase, those simple wishes with each in-breath. So we have the direct physical sensations itself as an object of attention with metta, friendliness, kindness. We have the repetition of the phrases as well to support the cultivation of these heart-mind qualities. We can also use a visualization if that feels like it can be a support to you. And if it doesn't, and you're really noticing just abiding with the physical felt sense, that's beautiful. Please feel free to stay there. And if you notice that those simple phrases are support and that works, please feel free to stay there. And if you're into the inquiry, you can see whether calling a loving object to mind, someone with whom you have a good, kind, loving relationship. You might call that person into the visualization. You might then also visualize a moment that, for whatever reason, stands out as a moment of goodwill, a moment of metta. It might be one you have offered, it might be one you have received. They're all valuable. And we can use the medium of the breath with the visualization also. We can picture that image in the mind's eye, and then with the breath, breathe it right into the heart space. And so there are little pixel moments. They may not be a whole scene, a vignette. It's not really required. I just often picture, comes to mind, my grandmother's really sparkling, smiling eyes at me, the vibrant blue eyes. My father's voice and his laugh, loving, kind. See what comes to mind for you. And as you're breathing it in, make sure that you also make contact with that felt physical sense. Feel the effects of this love, of this kindness, of this goodwill or friendship. Feel the effects right in your own heart right now. Holding a visualization steady for a length of time can be quite challenging. I don't do it that way. I'm not very visual. I just tend to pick up whatever pictures are arising when they are. And when the picture's not available, I don't struggle with that. There's no demand for that. I just look for whatever support is available. And so I could move right back into the physical felt sense of this heart that I'm infusing with the goodwill and friendship and those simple wishes. And sometimes this is not even available to me, and I don't want to work that hard. Remember, this isn't forcing anything. And so I just rest in the awareness of the breath moving in and around the heart. All of these are acts of metta, supports for this goodwill, being directed towards oneself. See which one is working, is feeling available to you, and let's rest there for a little while. There's a lot of playroom here. There's a lot of availability for feeling what actually is real. What actually is inviting these qualities of heart mind. And so I'm just noticing in these few moments, as an example only, that as I breathe in, it's best just to stay in the body and in the breath. And on the out breath, I can offer myself a genuine wish of well being. May I be well. May I have ease. You'll notice the habit of the mind to wander, just as it might in other awareness practices. And this is, again, never a problem. When you notice, we simply, once again, set the intention. You might choose to use your hand as an extra object of attention coming into this heart space. Holding your own tender heart. And with your attention and the breath, offering goodwill. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I have calm. May I live with ease. And then we can expand this attention beyond our own hearts, beyond the contact with the phrases, beyond the visualization, beyond the felt sense. We can open that attention beyond just this limited body, heart, mind to include another object. And I'm going to let you pick what that is. There's a variety of ways to do this. If we need to just stay with our own tenderness, our own tender hearts, our own contractedness, even, or resistance, whatever's here, it doesn't matter really. We might open that sense to include not only the heart space, but the whole body. That would be one way to do that. And it's still an opening, still an expanding, still an including. And see if that can work for you. That would be one way. The other way would be to invite in another, someone you love, someone who's in need, maybe even a benefactor, someone who has offered you kindness, goodwill, friendship, love. And just see what comes to mind. Remember, this is a little bit of the opportunity for spaciousness and play. See what comes. In what way does your own heart expand? And let it be the perfect way. Trust it. And then we can use these supports, these metta supports, this physical felt sense, if that feels right for you. The breath itself being breathed in, maybe to another area of the body, maybe to the whole body, maybe to another body. Maybe the visualization has come to mind. That's how I got the next object for me. A variety of people actually appeared, and I could feel the opening, like there's room here for you. We can breathe them in. We can invite the phrases. We can let the quality of goodwill and friendship be opened and expanded. We can offer those simple wishes once again, either to ourselves in this whole body or to another. I'm going to invite all those others that came to mind in. I don't need to pick. May you be happy. May you be well. May you live with ease. May you have peace. I trust this heart and its opening in whatever direction and way it does. Let it be good enough. And really, no matter in what direction and what way the heart is expanding, it is the very dissolving of the barrier and the boundary, this false sense that there's some limit to this Brahma Vihara, to this heavenly abode of metta, of loving kindness, of goodwill, of friendship, of friendliness. It's not true. We can breathe it in and we can breathe it out. We can let go of anything that's in or out at all and just breathe friendship. Breathe love. Breathe kindness. And let it go wherever it goes. May the trees be happy. May the garden be well. May all the animals be safe. See what comes. And in the stillness and silence of a beautiful autumn evening, there's no limit to this beautiful heart. And this is where we can picture the radiance of this heart filled with metta, filled with loving kindness. And then just simply let it radiate in all directions, touching the sounds, touching objects, touching beings. Filling the space of the boundless heart. Filling the space of the whole body. The whole mind. The whole being. Breathing it in and out. Offering those simple wishes. May we all be well. May we all be happy. May we all live with ease. May we all be free from affliction of whatever sort. May we open our hearts wide, offering the wishes in all directions. May we all be well. May we all be happy. May we all live with ease. May we all have peace. May we be free from affliction. And for the last few moments of the practice, just resting in those simple wishes, in that physical felt sense of metta, loving kindness, goodwill, friendship. Breathe it in and remember, always right here. And as we rest in the heart of metta, we remember that it is a very good day. And so we let this day be done. And may this practice contribute to the end of suffering and the reality of true happiness and freedom. So be it. Thank you for joining me for this practice this evening. Felt delicious to me. I hope the same for you. I hope that you are well. If you haven't given me any feedback about that working for 7:30 time, I'm just checking in on that, only because a few people have expressed a little concern about it getting a little bit late and having to transition into some other things. So just give me feedback about that. I would appreciate that. We'll be meeting tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. to talk about the 10 bhumis, which is not a common topic. Qualities of heart mind, very in alignment with the jhanas a little bit. So if you haven't dropped in on the bhumis before, you may want to drop in. We'd love to see you. And thank you once again for joining me this evening. Anything else? I have Carrie here and Lisa, and I think Pete was here, may not be now, but anything else anybody needs to know or say? Nothing? Looks like we're covered then. I can't think of anything right now. So thank you all. Blessings to you. Have a very easeful, restful, pleasant evening. Lovely to see you all. And blessings, truly. Thank you all.